Hi, I'm Courtney Morrison, and you're listening to Engagement Drivers, presented by EveryoneSocial. Each week, we'll share actionable tips, strategies, and success stories that you and your teams can use to steer your brand, social, and employee engagement in the right direction. Hello, everyone. On today's episode, we are spicing things up with Leah Contino, who is the digital content manager at McCormick & Company, a global leader in flavor. Thanks so much for being on the show, Leah.
Thanks for having me. It's super exciting to be here.
So you started your career in journalism, and I was wondering, how has that past experience influenced the way that you approach digital marketing?
Yeah, that's a great question. And to me, everything essentially ladders back up to telling a story. So I think in today's world, journalism, digital marketing, everything in advertising, it's all kind of merging into the same world. But if you think about storytelling and the steps to building a story, so what you're doing when you're writing an article versus starting to tell a brand story, is you start by identifying the story. So you think about what people want or need to know. You think about the data or the search term to back up the need for that story. And then you go into thinking about, the best method to telling the story. Is it an article, a photo series, a video? The options are always endless. All methods have research. You think about reporting the facts and the details, what images or media you're going to need. And then you think about the best way to capture your audience. Then you take all of that research, the interviews, the content, you package it up, and then you put it all together. In my opinion, branding, content marketing, digital marketing, they all operate in a similar way. But instead of publishing a magazine or writing a news article, you're simply telling the brand story. And that's what I do at McCormick on the corporate communications and branding team. I help to tell McCormick's story. So the stories that I'm telling now are all about McCormick's history, our culture, our responsibility, our sustainability efforts, and so much more. Also, plus having a journalism degree, it helps me just write and produce content quickly, which I think is an asset to any marketing team.
Totally agree. When you made that transition from journalism to digital marketing, what did you find was the biggest challenge that you had in content marketing?
So in my opinion, I think the biggest challenge for content marketers is understanding the best way to showcase a brand and the brand's purpose. So today's world, especially after everything in 2020 and everything that's happened in the past year, I don't think that consumers or people are looking for a brand to just sell products anymore, right? So, I mean, like if you look at what consumers or customers or what people in the community are looking for in a brand story, they want to know what the company is doing to help the community or to help the environment or to help their sustainability efforts. Especially, like I said, coming out of this past year, people are really looking to companies and to their story to help them advance positive change. People are looking to buy from companies that have those strong brand values that are rooted in purpose and who are giving back to their communities. So that was one of the things for me as a journalist coming into a brand side and doing the brand marketing for a large corporation. You want to see that people are looking to buy from companies that they trust and buy from companies with a strong brand purpose. So I think as a content marketer, that challenge is what's the best way to tell that story? And also, how can you best portray all of the good that your company is doing without coming across as self-serving? So I think it's a fine balance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very fortunate. McCormick makes that part very easy. McCormick does a lot for our community, our employees, and the planet. So we're really not ever at a shortage for great content. But I think you have to find that fine balance between showing and not telling all of this good and the good that we're doing for the community.
So part of your role when you're managing social channels, you're trying to grow engagement and start conversations with potential customers and people that enjoy your brand. What recommendations do you have for growing engagement on social media?
Yeah, so I think growing engagement on any type of social media platform can be tricky. But I think when you take a corporate social media into account, it's a little bit trickier. So, from a corporate perspective, we aren't necessarily posting the beautiful food and amazing recipe content that our consumer facing brands or our consumer accounts are posting. So, our audience is mainly made up of employees, customers, and consumers and investors. So our audience is pretty broad, but the people who actually do follow us is pretty niche. So we do our best to encourage our employees and our leadership to really share and engage with our corporate posts. And that's really where Everyone Social comes in and plays a huge role. So we found that our content performs significantly better when our employees are using their voices and resharing the content on their accounts or talking about our corporate programs or our efforts in their own voice or from their point of view. Again, that all ladders back up to storytelling. Everyone can help tell the brand story in their voice and through different lenses.
Absolutely. And it goes back to that authenticity and trust that you were just talking about too, because it helps when you're hearing it from real people as well, and just amplifying that message and
exactly
getting the word out on all of the cool and important things that your company is working on. What results have you seen from that strategy of including employees and leaders in amplifying those messages?
So we have seen amazing results. So we just started working with EveryoneSocial last year with a very small pilot of about 130 global employees. And for reference, we have approximately 13,000 employees globally. So 130 employees for us is a very small test group. But in Q1 alone, our brand reach has grown by over 135,000. So that's 135,000 more people who are seeing our company's content and our stories.
Wow.
Simply because we've asked 130 employees to share and post on their accounts. And our employees love acting as brand ambassadors because they love sharing why McCormick's a great place to work. So it's been awesome.
That is so cool.
I think some of the funnest has been watching our executives learn and grow on social media. Some of them are logging into Twitter and posting to LinkedIn for the first time in years. So it's been really great to work with them and kind of lead social media one-on-one trainings with our executives to show them the importance of social media. And they love that EveryoneSocial compiles all of our branded content into one place and that they can schedule all of their posts.
I love hearing stories like this because it's so cool that a platform like EveryoneSocial can make it so that everyone can get involved, and it sort of levels the playing field for any level of expertise on social media to get involved and join those conversations and talk about what they're excited about at work.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think that was one of the struggles is everyone knew that social media sharing was important and they knew that they wanted to do it, but they just didn't know how or what to say. So EveryoneSocial really makes it that much easier to put all of the content in one place, make it easy to find. As an admin, I can recommend copy for our leaders to share, make it a little bit easier for them. So it's been fantastic, and we're hoping to expand it a little bit further this year and add more ambassadors to really grow that reach even more.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I've loved the conversation and had so much fun just learning about your career and everything that you're doing at McCormick.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with more engagement insights. Want to know how EveryoneSocial can provide you with the tools needed to keep everyone at your company connected, informed, creating, and sharing? Visit EveryoneSocial.com to learn more.